Hi, Shane Hall here with tips to grow your medical or dental practice. Today we're going to be talking about how you can increase your new patient numbers without increasing your marketing budget. Sound exciting? Great. It's going to be a short video today because the reality is you only need to do two things to accomplish that, to actually increase your new patient numbers without spending any more on marketing. So before we dive into those two things, I'd like to kind of put some things in perspective. Let's give some thought to, first, what does an average patient bring in to your practice? What's the average revenue that a new patient is worth to your business? Is it $500 in that first year? $1,000? Maybe it's several $1,000s depending upon what type of practice you actually operate. But I'd like you to get that number in mind. And now I want to present to you a couple of statistics that are really relevant to what we're talking about today. And the first is the average dental practice we know misses somewhere between 40 and 50 potential new patient calls every month. Let that sink in for a minute. Now, I don't have exact figures for necessarily a particular type of medical practice like rhinoplasty. I don't really know what those numbers are, but we know for dental offices, and we're going to use that as an example, we know that it's about 40 or 50 missed calls every month for potential new patients. So think about that. And then one other statistic that I'd like you to keep in mind, give some thought to here, is of the calls that are answered. Okay. So when someone actually picks up the phone at the front desk at your office and speaks to a person, a potential new patient, unless your staff has gone through some real formalized training on best practices, how to perform on the phone and close more new patient appointments, they're probably on average only scheduling about 30 to 35% of those calls into actual new patient appointments. So think about that. Of the calls they actually do answer, they're only converting about 30-35% of them into actual new patient appointments. Add that to the fact that you may be missing upwards of 50 potential new patient calls every month, and you can see how these numbers start to stack up against you. You can easily imagine a number that's going out the door of your dental practice or your medical practice every single month. So, to increase your new patient numbers without actually spending more on marketing, you just need to do two things. It's really simple. You need to, number one, close the missed call gap that's happening in your office. And number two, you need to help your staff improve their performance on the phone in scheduling those new appointments. So how do you do that? Well, to find out, you'll need to come back and watch my next video.